Tonight it tells on the new Troy University Homecoming Queen.
Plus International Education Week activities. Stay tuned, TrojanVision Nightly News starts now.
From the high-definition digital production center on the Troy campus, with news from Troy University locations around the world, this is Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Nightly News for November 14, 2011. I'm Courtney Still.
And I am Rachel Ellis. Thank you for joining us this evening. With all the homecoming festivities last week, an event Friday night kicked off a new week of celebration here on campus, International Education Week. Christina Cook gives us a look at this year's ISCO Festival.
Kicking off the university's observance of International Education Week, the International Student Organization took Troy University students on a round trip across the world during the annual ISCO Festival.
This is supposed to be our kickoff event, our formal event of the semester, of the year actually. Tonight we're going to have about 12 performances, all from different countries like Korea, Russia, even Saudi Arabia. And right now we're enjoying meals, about 12 dishes from different countries, Germany, China, Japan, all over the world. And we're all enjoying it and getting a taste of different cultural dishes from all around the world and acts from all around the world.
Many students participating in the festival prepared many months prior to the event to entertain and educate the audience with their talents and culture.
We prepared almost 1 month for this event, but last 2 days we did 2 rehearsals for all of the performance, and I think everything will going well. Our International Student Cultural Organization is for all of the international students and American students. We just want to get them together, share the culture, all this stuff. We just want to share every country's culture.
Besides the mission of educating students of international cultures, the International Student Cultural Organization also participates with other organizations on campus in order to educate themselves with American cultures as well.
What we do in Troy University, we participate in different activities. For example, tailgates, coffee tables. We also participated tonight in the ISCO Festival.
Christina Cook, Troy, TrojanVision News.
International Education Week continues through the rest of this week. Wednesday will be a tea and coffee tasting on the Bibb Graves Quad at 3:30.
After weeks of waiting, Troy University found out who their homecoming queen for 2011 was on Saturday. Emily Evans was crowned homecoming queen during the halftime of Saturday's matchup against North Texas. Evans is a senior biomedical science major from Clare Allen. She was selected the homecoming queen of the quarter 6 young ladies, voted on by the student body. An interview process then determined that Evans was the candidate that best represented the Trojan spirit. Daniel Percival will have the results of the rest of the game later in the show in sports. Saturday night, the homecoming festivities wrapped up with a display of footwork by fraternities and sororities.
That's right, the groups hit the Claudia Crosby stage to see which organization has the best step routine. Jeffrey Lewis has the story.
Saturday night, the Brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha hosted their annual homecoming step show. Greek organizations from all over the state of Alabama came out to show their support. The performers fed off of the crowd as they gave everyone something to cheer about.
Well, we're on tonight. We had a step show, homecoming step show. Alpha Alpha shut it down. We got first place. Everything looked good. Everybody came out and did very well. I could tell everybody practiced. Everybody did good, but Alpha Alpha came up on top. So.
The winners for the women's division spent about 2 months preparing for the competition. Precision was the focus of their performance.
One person messed up, you start all the way over, and you continue until everybody gets it right, down pat the first time. Sharpness, attitude, facials, everything.
A lot of work went into the step show behind the scenes. Everyone in the fraternity had to chip in either by donating money or organizing paperwork.
Oh man, weeks and weeks of just getting stuff together, business, paperwork, trying to get buildings, everything, the whole nine. It took a long time. It took a lot to get it done, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had to chip in. But at the end, we successful, as y'all seen, or whatever, and had a good turnout.
Unity was a word that was heard coming from many people on Saturday. Bringing all the Greek organizations together to promote brotherhood and scholarship was a focus of the night.
My favorite part about the night was just we had a good commentator, funny man. You know, he kept the crowd going. Everything was great. I also like how everybody was on it tonight. You know, it just wasn't, you know, one-sided. You know, I could tell everybody practiced and just really put their heart in it, and everybody did good. That's what I really like to see.
Jeffrey Lewis, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Proceeds from the STEP show went to the American Cancer Society and Relay for Life.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. A woman charged with stabbing her 73-year-old mother to death in 2009 and then setting the fire to the woman's house, the Madison County home, will face a hearing to determine whether she's mentally competent to stand trial. The hearing has been set for early February to determine whether the case against 51-year-old Kimberly Ann McLaughlin should continue.
Baldwin County District Attorney Hallie Dixon has prepared a summary indicating that former Mobile County Commissioner Stephen Nodine's girlfriend probably shot herself. Nodine was charged with murder in the 2010 shooting death of 45-year-old Angel Downs. His trial ended with a mistrial after a jury was unable to agree on a verdict.
Attorneys for Victory Land owner Milton McGregor say in court filings that he should not have been indicted because prosecutors failed to give the grand jury proper instructions about charges against him. McGregor's lawyers argue in a recently filed motion they believe prosecutors did not instruct the grand jury properly.
Still to come on TrojanVision Nightly News, find out whether the Trojan football team's search for 6 is still alive. The search for 6 wins, that is. Danielle Percival will be in with those details and more in sports.
But first, the Supreme Court says it will hear arguments over President Obama's health care overhaul. That story is next.
I'm Danielle Nottingham at the Supreme Court. Coming up, how a ruling on President Obama's health care reform law could play into the 2012 campaign.
Hi, I'm Mia Hamm. As a professional soccer player, I know how rewarding sports can be and how quickly injuries happen. So I've teamed up with the American Association of Orthodontists to ask athletes to play it safe. With my years of training, I know what it takes to become an expert, and orthodontists do too. They're the experts who help people obtain healthy, beautiful smiles. Wear mouthguards, face masks, and helmets to prevent injuries. Keep smiling and visit braces.org.
In 1887, it was written that we want to educate the mind to think, the heart to feel, the body to act. And it's no different today than it was 125 years ago. Some things never change. The mission of this university is to prepare leaders who are going to go into the communities and make a difference. And I think it's within that culture of caring that excellence is found.
Troy University, in class, online, within reach. Troy.edu.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
President Obama's health care overhaul is headed to the nation's highest court. The Supreme Court agreed to hear arguments on several parts of the law.
The central issue is over whether or not the government has the right to force individuals to purchase health insurance. Danielle Nottingham reports from the Supreme Court.
The controversy over President Obama's health care reform law has reached the Supreme Court. The justices have agreed to hear arguments on whether it's constitutional for the government to force Americans to buy health insurance or pay a fine. President Obama's top aides aren't concerned about the law's future. In a statement, the White House communications director said, quote, "We know the Affordable Care Act is constitutional and are confident the Supreme Court will agree." But Republican leaders who fought against the law are happy the issue is in the hands of the nation's highest court. The Supreme Court will hear more than 5 hours of oral arguments. The justices could leave the entire law in place, rule parts unconstitutional, or throw out the whole thing. 26 states have challenged the law, and several lower courts have come to different conclusions. Legal experts expect the Supreme Court vote to be close.
It's going to be hard for the court to avoid a controversial decision either way. What they need to focus on is to get it right.
The High Court could issue its ruling in June, putting the case at the center of an election year showdown. President Obama counts the Health Care Reform Act among his biggest achievements. Many of the Republicans running to replace him have pledged to repeal it. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, the Supreme Court.
And now Danielle Percival joins us with sports.
So Danielle, this past Saturday was, big Trojan homecoming. Fans from all over came. Everyone was hoping for a Trojan victory.
Well, that's right. The team was looking to pick up a victory to be able to get to 6 wins on the season. However, maybe better luck next time. But before we get into this upcoming week, let's wrap up this weekend. Well, with the search for 6 out the window, we're back to the drive for 5. Of course, that's referring to 5 wins, but there was also another significance to that number on Saturday. The Trojans had never lost 5 straight under head coach Larry Blakeney, that is, until they faced North Texas.
For the second straight year, homecoming was not as sweet as Trojan fans might have hoped. Troy had a 3-point lead heading into the fourth quarter, but fell to North Texas by a score of 38-33. Though the Trojans are on their first 5-game losing streak since 1982, head coach Larry Blakeney says they'll continue to fight.
We'll continue to work. Our problems ain't changed. They're still the same, but we're trying to get better, and we'll continue to try to get better. And it's always magnified by losing. So, we got a big old magnifying glass that would just produce right out there on that field.
On Saturday, one area of improvement for the Trojans was offensive production. The past 3 games, Troy has averaged under 350 yards, but put up 383 against the Mean Green. The team also scored 33 points, which is the most they've posted during the current losing streak. Wide receiver Eric Thomas, who caught 2 touchdown passes in the game, says the offense was clicking.
We hit on a lot of big plays, had some big runs, some big catches. We were doing good. We just came up a little short.
Offensively, I feel like, we made some strides, but at the same time we lost, so, it doesn't even count. It doesn't even really matter, until we win. So that's all we're all here to do is to win.
While the offense was able to move the ball, the defense still struggled to stop the opponent, allowing over 500 total offensive yards for the 4th game in a row. North Texas received the ball following a Troy touchdown with 7:43 left on the clock, but the Mean Green milked the clock down to just 15 seconds before they gave the ball back to Troy. Linebacker Brandon Bryan says this team still felt they had a chance.
We're still in the game with 7 minutes left. We just got to find a way to get a stop. That's what we were focused on doing. We still believe. After the loss, we still believe in our team and each other. We're never going to give up.
The Trojans' next chance to get back on the right track comes this Saturday as they are set to face Florida Atlantic on Senior Day at Veterans Memorial Stadium. Game time is set for 2:30. The Trojan men's basketball team may have already been in action on the court in Sartain Hall, but yesterday they played host to LaGrange College in their official home opener. And what a way to start the home season. The Trojans coasted to a 116-63 win over the Panthers to even their season record at 1-1. The win against LaGrange marked the 50th and final home opener at Sartain Hall with the construction of the new Trojan Arena underway. Troy had 68 rebounds on the night, which set a Division I record, breaking the record that was previously held by Troy from the 2009 season. Here's head coach Don Maestri with his thoughts on the victory.
This was a good game for us. We had, tonight superior talent, so we didn't play the type of teams that we're going to play in the future, or like we played up at Texas Tech. But as far as a game where we got to see our shooters maybe get back on track.
The Trojans' next action will be on the road against East Tennessee State Saturday at 4. And the women got the chance to not only open their home schedule, but open the season yesterday. The Trojans faced Winthrop and started off strong, taking a 7-point lead early, but with 13 minutes remaining in the first half, gave up the lead for good as they fell to the Eagles 80-66. Sarah McCapian led the team with 19 points in the game, but the Trojans gave up 17 turnovers that led to 24 Eagles points. Head coach Mike Murphy says despite the loss, he is proud of this team.
I was really pleased with our effort. I know that sounds strange considering we lost the game, but I think we've got a lot to work with. I think we've got a lot to work on, but I'm really happy with our effort. I'm happy with our balance. We had 18 offensive rebounds, and we shot the ball extremely well from the floor, 41% from the floor. 39% from the three-point line, over 81% from the free throw line. Those were issues for us last year, and so I'm really encouraged.
The women's team will also be hitting the road for their next matchup against Furman University on Thursday. Game time is set for 4 o'clock. After picking up a much-needed win Friday night, the Trojan volleyball team was fighting for a spot in the conference tournament Saturday in their regular season finale. Dustin Carroll gives us the details.
On homecoming night, the Troy volleyball team was hoping to end the regular season with a victory against Florida International. In the first set, Troy fought off 3 set points before losing 28-26. In set 2, the Trojans were no match for the Panthers, dropping the set 25-18. After jumping out to a 7-1 lead in set 3, Troy would go on to lose the set 25-23. Kayla Pickhart led the team with 13 kills on the night. Coach Sonny Kirkpatrick on Saturday's finale.
We knew if we won tonight, we were moving on to the conference tournament for sure. It was guaranteed we were in, and we didn't come out. We weren't desperate. We didn't go after every ball. FIU went after every ball and they made every little play, and we didn't. And they had nothing to play for. We had everything to play for, and we didn't do it. And that's what has been really a struggle for us as a coaching staff.
Coach Kirkpatrick says the team seemed to get nervous as the third set progressed.
Aggressive starting out that third set, and as the set wore on, we really got tentative for whatever reason. I don't understand. We have one rotation in our serve receive that we really have struggled in all year, and that was the rotation that we gave up 6 points in a row.
This was also senior night, where 3 senior players were honored: Natasha Kalunia, Brittany McClellan, and Laura Mackley. Kirkpatrick says that it's disappointing they were not able to get the victories for the outgoing seniors.
Seniors have been outstanding through their careers. I wish they could have gone out with a win, and hopefully we'll have a chance to play next week. We got to wait for a match tomorrow to see what happens. And they did a great job over their careers. One finished out injured, but the other 2 did a really great job.
Dustin Carroll, Troy, TrojanVision Sports.
The Trojans are the 8th seed in the conference tournament and will be facing the 1 seed Western Kentucky Thursday at 4. So Courtney and Rachel, as you were mentioning earlier, it was the homecoming weekend, kind of a mixed result as far as the success of the Trojan teams, but congratulations to the volleyball team heading to the conference tournament. Best of luck, and we've been saying it for a while, but maybe this is the weekend that it turns around for the Trojan football team.
Definitely hope so, and it's nice to see Coach Murphy too so enthusiastic about the women's basketball team.
Always enthusiastic.
Very hopeful, that's right. Thank you, Danielle.
Thank you, Danielle. Still to come in TrojanVision Nightly News, professors in the Troy Johnson Center for Political Economy are using television to teach students lessons in economics. We'll have more of that in Trojan Talk.
Plus, a temperature roller coaster the past few days. When will the ride slow down and get more stable conditions? Tiffany?
Well, Rachel, hold on tight because that roller coaster isn't going to be changing anytime soon. I'll tell you more in weather.
Be out there. Be out there. Be out there. Be out there.
Time was, kids did what came naturally, spending free time running barefoot through the grass, wading knee-deep in streams, climbing to the tallest branch. But today, American kids are more likely found texting, watching TV, or gazing at a computer screen. They spend more than 7 hours in front of electronic media. Something essential has been lost: childhood's connection to the natural world. That's why National Wildlife Federation created the Be Out There movement. Kids move indoors causes a host of problems, from obesity to ADHD. But outdoor play can go a long way to improving kids' health, body, mind, and spirit. It helps them stay fit, enhances creativity and attention spans, and could even make them better students. Do your part. Be a part of Be Out There. There's a reason why they call it the great outdoors. Learn more at beoutthere.org.
From the high-definition digital production studios of Troy University, you're watching the award-winning Troy TrojanVision Nightly News.
Now Tiffany Lester joins us with weather.
Tiffany, Friday we were freezing. Sunday we were seeing 80-degree weather. I mean, this roller coaster is taking us for a while ride with the temperatures, but what can we expect for this week?
Well, that roller coaster isn't stopping anytime soon. We're going to see a lot of ups and downs this week, and I'll get into that in a second. First, let's take a look at our TrojanVision snapshot, where we see that the clouds are out there. Well, it's getting dark. It is fall. The time has changed, and it is getting dark very early on in the evening. As we take a look at our current conditions, we see that it is cloudy outside, pretty dark. The temperature is at a high 76 right now, dew point at 63 degrees, humidity at 64%, and barometer at about 30 and falling. Winds coming from the south at 7 miles per hour. Today's stats, we see that the high was 76, the low is 59, no rain, and the sun will set tonight at about 4:45 p.m. As we take a look at temperatures from around the state, we are seeing those high 70s right now, and all throughout the southeast is low to high 70s. And as you can see, this color would make you think of fall, but it's not indicative of how normal temperatures we should be feeling out there, because it is 70 degrees, even 80s in Florida. They're seeing those higher temperatures. And as you stretch across the United States, you see that they're also seeing higher temperatures with 40 degrees and 50 degrees, whereas last week they were in the very low 30s and 20s. And the reason for all this activity is because of all these different pressure systems, the stationary front moving through cold front, high pressure systems, low pressure systems, just causing a lot of activity in our area. This right here will be bringing, the stationary front will be bringing in some rain in our area over the next couple of days. The difference from normal highs is about 11 degrees in our area, and the difference in normal lows is about 17 degrees in our area. So those temperatures are just have been fluctuating for a while. And for tomorrow's forecast, we'll see that we'll be seeing some rain in our area, just light showers here or there. But on Wednesday, there is a higher advisory of severe thunderstorms. We may be seeing some hail and heavy gusts of wind. Thursday, it should be completely out of our area, and Friday, a clear day, clear night. Tonight's forecast, partly cloudy, nice night with light winds coming from the south at 5 miles per hour with a low of 59 degrees, which is pretty warm. Tomorrow's forecast, early clouds, but as you get into the afternoon, we'll be seeing some showers. It'll be very warm with a high of 84. And for our class outlook, you see early in the morning, you'll just need that light sweater, and as you get later on into the afternoon, 3 o'clock, go for a nice walk. It'll be 81 degrees. Just enjoy your warm afternoon. And for your 4-day forecast, we see that those temperatures are very high over the next couple of days. Tuesday, the high is 84, with the low being a high 65. So as you get on and on into the week, that rain will come down over the next couple of days, and by Thursday, that the temperatures will be very cool again, like 65 degrees. So it'll be very cool later on in the week while it's very hot in the beginning of the week.
Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you very much.
The rain's going to bring us some cooler weather.
Oh, yes, it will.
Thank you.
Thank you.